Can you hear me clap?
No. Snap, maybe? Put your finger right next to your microphone and snap it. I heard that. Okay, that's what we're going to do.
No, we can just...
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll punch our microphones. I like that idea.
Punch sync.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Wait okay, on go, okay? Okay. On go.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, no, wait, I messed up.
Okay, I'll punch my microphone again. 3, 2, 1, go. I think we got it.
Are you... You know what? Yeah, I think we got it too.
And wait, we can just sync it up. It doesn't matter.
That is...
Yeah, wait, why...
I've never done this before. This is my cup... This is not my cup of coffee.
This is not my cup of
Anyways,
coffee.
welcome back to a new episode of The Coffee Spill. I almost forgot our podcast name, and that would have been terrible.
Oh my.
On the first episode.
Dude.
But Swift, how are you, man?
I am absolutely fantastic, WubDub. Today is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday. We were meant to record this yesterday, but we just decided not to because we're amazing.
Yeah. Only the best on the Coffee Spill podcast.
Only the best spill their coffee on purpose, some would say.
Yeah. You know, that kind of reminds me. Go ahead. Apologies.
I was going to say, I mean, like, my perfect way of spilling coffee is like directly on others.
You know, I think there's a video about that actually.
Let's not talk about the video.
Yeah.
It'll be in the description for those who are really curious about it.
Yeah.
But I highly do not recommend watching it. It's very traumatizing.
Only for mature audiences.
You want to know what happened a few months back?
Enlighten us. Enlighten us.
Have you ever been in a car crash?
I have not been in a
Why?
car crash. Oh, I just not really something I've planned. Not on my schedule.
Well, mine wasn't planned either, and it was my day was rudely interrupted by one. But you know, I never. I will just say, Swift, don't pull like 3 all-nighters in a row and drive in 4 a.m. to go to work. Just don't do that.
That doesn't really sound like a good idea. I wouldn't do that. I'm responsible.
So yeah, I went through this car crash thing. All right, not a lot of people go through this highly trauma-filled event, but I decided, you know what? It's about time. It's about time I experience some trauma. You know, it's my turn. It's my turn.
For sure.
A few months back. This happened a few months back. This was like 2 or 3 days right before I recorded a huge event with like 20 other creators. Like Sadays, Mighty Brothers, AJX.
What event was this?
I recorded something. I recorded a Simon Says video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But little did they know, I just almost died like a few days prior. You know, like golf carts in Fortnite, you know, how they...
Yeah.
How they could do tricks? You could do tricks with them?
Yeah, I do. If you hold down the space bar.
Yeah, I tried doing that to my car in the middle of driving off the road. Just to get those, you know, those trick points.
For sure.
And I rolled several times, right? I was trying to build up my combo meter. And
what were you like going into a ditch, or was that like flat land?
It was like a divot. It was mostly flat land, but luckily for me, it was very conveniently like out in the open. Like if I would have crashed like any time before or seconds after, I may not be here to record this podcast. Let's just say that.
Well, it's very good that you are here to record this podcast.
And you know what else is awesome?
What's that?
This is the perfect story to boost the Coffee Spill podcast. A very grim story.
Yeah.
How I almost died.
What a good story.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I love car crashes. You know, I've never been. So wait. I don't. It's a very unfortunate thing that happens. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna cut out the part where you say where you backtrack.
Yeah. Okay. I've never been in a car crash, but I do, like, you know, I've seen them, and it's a very rough thing. So I'm glad that you are alive and well, as far as I can tell, anyway.
So you've never been in a car crash of your own. You've never wanted to feel what it's like.
I mean, I've definitely thought about, like, I've wondered what it would be like to experience one, but I haven't, like, wanted to, like, actually, you know, I'm curious about what would happen, but I don't want that to happen, you know? Don't really need that on my
I don't know.
schedule.
I think you need a little dose of rehabilitation.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, the greats have been through it.
What are you saying?
Wait, okay. Let's move on to another topic.
Right.
Let's talk about speaking of surviving.
Oh, Survivor
On CBS.
That's a show.
That's a show, and it's one of my favorite shows of all time. They're in the middle of airing season 45, I believe. I don't know what episode, but
that's crazy, dude. 45, and it's like, what? It's a yearly thing, right?
They air 2 seasons a year.
Oh, okay. So it's
they started in 2001, I believe. The first episode premiered May 31st, 2000.
Dude, I was not alive.
I was not alive either.
That's crazy.
Weren't you a 2003 kid?
Oh, WubDub.
Wait. No. Wait.
You can do the math.
2005?
Yes. I'm a 2005.
Yikes, dude.
I know. It's pretty rough.
Are we recording a podcast with a 2005er?
Hey, I'm early 2005, though. I'm March.
At least you're not 2006. Because
that's true. That's pretty rough, dude.
That would have been rough. Thank goodness. Should have chosen an earlier date to.
Oh yeah, my bad.
To the Swift launch date should have been sooner.
The Swift launch date. Guys, Swift live event. Birth.
Anyways, Survivor, right? I tweeted this out one time. Like, if I was ever going to do face reveal, and I'm not ever going to do that, I would face reveal, like, being on Survivor. Like, that is how I would do it.
That would be cool. Have you ever, like, tried to apply or anything?
I attempted once, and then I just didn't feel like it was the right time to apply, but I'm definitely going to apply the next time applications are open.
It would be very cool to see you in something like that, because I mean, I know it's like your favorite show. I think that would be great for you and just really cool to watch. Like,
imagine I'm like, yo, Swift, you might want to watch the new season, and I say nothing about it, and I don't know, you're not gonna you're gonna see Dominic, right? Like, that'll be the red flag number 1, and then you just hear my voice.
Wait a second, I know this guy.
You know what I'm gonna do on the show? I'm gonna drop as many references as I can to, like, Crown Quest, to my channel lore, to, as you know,
Gilbert.
I'm gonna drop a Gilbert reference.
Yep, I love that guy. He's pretty cool.
Okay, let's not talk about him anymore.
Right, you're right.
Yeah, I'd be like, if I was on the show, I'd mention, like, how terrible of a person Swift is, and Jeff's gonna be like, "What do you mean by that?"
What do you mean by that? I don't think I'm a terrible person personally, but maybe that's just, maybe I'm biased because I am me. You know, maybe I actually am a horrible person. Comment down below if I am a good person or a horrible person. All right, guys.
Actually, here's the thing. All right, comment down below who's the better person.
Oh my gosh. Let's get a Twitter poll going up.
And be serious about it. You know, criticize our morals, our moral values, and everything. So, I did talk about face revealing just now.
Yeah, that's true.
When did you ever officially face reveal to your audience?
Right. Let's talk about that. So, no. I started out faceless because I was just streaming Fortnite on my PS4 like 7 years ago. Well, actually, if you want to get into the nitty gritty of it.
Yes, I do. I want to talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, when I was 11 years old, I made a YouTube channel and I don't have the password for it. So my 11-year-old self is out there. So technically I started out with a face, but it was kind of like most of the time I would stream with webcam, but then at some point I just decided to stop. And then I just kept that going for like a long time. But then eventually I got back into it, stopped it again. But now I've been doing it for about a week now and I just really like it. So I've never like officially face revealed. It's just kind of been an on and off thing, but I show my face on social media here and there, like Twitter and stuff. But
there's a bug on my mic. Hold on.
Yeah. Did you get it? I think you got it. Nice. Good job.
So you started out with the face, huh?
Yeah. It wasn't like my face was ever hidden, I would say, but I didn't always show it, you know? I think that's the best way to put that. Calm down, buddy.
I have yet to show my face. And I just don't ever plan doing that online.
I mean, yeah, that's a very big step.
Because I feel like I'll be swarmed by just the most handsome people in the world. I don't know.
And they'll be like, wow, this guy is so handsome. And they just won't be able to leave you alone.
They're going to be like, oh, wow.
Oh, wow. I'm not.
We need that. We need that to be a soundboard right now.
Yeah. We'll do that later.
What do you think I look like?
I think you have glasses, first of all.
Why?
You just seem like the guy to have glasses. I know your hair is long. You told me that. You don't seem like somebody who would be incredibly tall, but you also don't seem like you would be super short either. So I'm gonna say you're a bit above average height. That's what you give me in terms of height.
Do I have my camera on or something? This guy's like spot on.
You seem like you would look like a nerd, but like not like in a bad way, you know?
Sure.
That's what I have.
So you don't think I'm made out of paper or anything?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's a crucial.
So how do you drink water if you're made out of paper?
I draw the water first. I gotta draw it out.
Oh, okay.
I don't really have to eat. I just like to fit in because I kind of get lonely whenever I see other people eat, and I'm just like, gosh, I wish I was.
Yeah.
I had metabolism.
Eating is pretty nice. I like eating. It's pretty yummy. Taco Bell, love that place.
What's the most fancy piece you can cook up?
Fancy piece? Well,
yeah.
I don't really cook fancy things. I mean,
yeah, but what would you say is the most fancy?
I can list mine right now. Is pretty good. My eggs, eggs aren't fancy. Oh, I can make cake pops.
Cake pops?
Yeah.
What's that?
You don't like the thing from Starbucks?
I went to Starbucks for the first time in my life, literally like on Sunday.
There is no way you've never had a cake pop. Well, it's this little stick, right?
Yeah.
And it has this ball of like coating, and it's kind of like frosting coating, but it's not like cake frosting. It's complicated, but it's really good. And then inside of it, it's just like the inside of a cake. And it's very small though, because I'm not really a cake person, but those are so good.
I will definitely have to try those the next time. the next, and like within the next 10 years, I'll probably visit another Starbucks.
That would be nice. Or I could make you some. You know, the first time I ever made them, I made them way too big. And the like food part of it just couldn't fit on the stick. Because they were so big.
And send it via drone.
Via drone.
Drone or pigeon.
Okay.
You can choose.
All right. I think pigeon would be a bit cheaper, so I'll probably do that.
He would eat the pop, though, so then I would have to crit him.
Yeah.
With an
just
axe.
like how you have to crit those dogs.
Let's move on.
Right.
I
was talking a bit about college. I kind of want to talk a little bit more about that.
Okay.
So, as far as I'm aware, you're not in college, right?
I am not currently in college.
Okay. So this is my first year. I'm about to finish my first semester actually. And it's been pretty good. Honestly, like I really enjoyed it. It's very different from high school and I really like going like every day. It's pretty chill. I can just go to my classes and everybody is like normal, you know?
Everyone's normal there?
Yeah.
That's a twist.
It's pretty nice. And yeah, I just really like college. I feel like it's a lot more. I have less work. The work takes like, I would say the work is harder, but there's less of it, which I prefer personally.
That's good. Are there any like different clubs or events that you usually go to?
I'm not in any clubs because I just don't think they would work too well with me.
But make it work.
I could
create your own club. Call it Mind Club.
I will do that.
And start a server, maybe.
Dude, this guy's cooking something. I don't know about that one, but it would be cool. And there are events like every month, I think, but I haven't gone to anything. I want to though. I've been trying to like socialize more. And there's this person in one of my classes who looks really nice, and I'm gonna try to befriend them.
Why? Because they look nice?
They look like a friendly person.
Ah, okay. What kind of what's their haircut looking like?
Pretty good haircut. They got a haircut recently, actually. They had really long hair, but now it's shorter.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
If I handed you an axe. And all right, let's move on.
For sure.
TwitchCon.
Oh yeah, dude, I would love to yap up a storm. Are there any questions you have for me, or should I just start?
Just I heard you visited. You got to talk with another content creator.
I got to talk to quite a few content creators.
List them out.
So, Lucy Cohn. I've known this man for 6 years, I believe.
Yeah.
Pretty cool guy. I actually met him through my uncle because my uncle streams and he was friends with him. So I kind of met him through there and we clicked. And we've been trying to...
You met this guy through your uncle that's a streamer?
Yeah.
What? What is this NotTooSwift lore?
Swift lore, dude.
Whoa.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, I met him. I met some of his friends that were like mutual friends. You know, we're both friends of him, so we like hung out. And then, you know, I met like That Dark Phoenix, which is another pretty cool person. So I've heard. I met It's Just Sean.
You met Sean?
Yeah, I did.
That guy modded for me in Crown Quest 3.
Yeah, I met him.
He believed in me.
He was pretty cool. He was a pretty cool guy. And then I also just met other like creators, you know, like bigger creators.
Yeah. Like who?
Well, I went to the Twitch Rivals, like the MCC.
So really?
I met
like the actual event. You were there?
Yep.
Could I see you in the crowd?
I was there at the beginning, and then I left.
Dude!
No, wait. But then I came back when it reached the halfway point and watched it till the end. So there's a chance.
Let me put down my axe.
Yeah. Put that.
I was raising it up. Yeah,
for sure. You might be able to spot a Swifter in there. I was sitting right next to Dark. And Lucy was there.
Was there any like merch there or anything for
the
event?
I don't know if they were selling anything, but there were staff that were throwing out merch, and I actually got an MCC shirt. It's like it was the first one that they ever released. It wasn't the like coolest design, but it was still cool, that I got something. They just threw it to me, and I just put my hands up and caught it. It was that easy.
Who'd you root for?
I was rooting for. I think it was Purple. Was the team
purpled?
No. Actually, Purple was on.
Purple
that team.
was on Purple.
Yeah, it was
like the first time ever.
Amesy, Gucky. Who am I forgetting? I am a horrible person.
I don't know. I don't really keep track on MCC as much as I did.
I don't either. It was just like, because I was there and stuff.
Yeah, you were just happen to be there,
Yeah, I just happened to be. But it was really cool. I was rooting for them, and they made it to Dodgeball, but they got swept by the other team I was rooting for, which
Captain
was Yellow.
Sparkles.
Yup. That was Captain Sparkles, Ant Frost, and I think it was like Awesome Dude and Cub Fan. Pretty cool team, pretty stacked. It was cool to see them win. Unfortunately, Captain Sparkles left before I could get his signature, but I got a lot of their signatures.
That's when you chase them down, man. That's when you.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Parkour tag them into the stage.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, next time get like a speaker or something. Play the parkour tag music, and like in the middle of the next dodgeball, in real life event, you run up there, play the music, and you start tagging everyone.
And then they'll tag me back. It'll be like a game.
That's what you say when the bodyguards roll up and they're like, "Come on, dude, you gotta go," and you're like, "It's like a game."
They wouldn't get it.
They just don't get it. They don't. Get
it. But yeah, I watched that. It was really cool because it was in Las Vegas. I stayed at this hotel right across from the convention center. It was called Circus. Really cool place. But yeah, I stayed there, and the first day was really cool because I got to meet a lot of my friends. I got to watch, MCC in person, which I thought was really cool. There's so much stuff you can do there. There are so many booths. There was this really big like Alienware keyboard and mouse, and it like tapped and clicked. It was so cool. And I played Smash with my friends, and I beat them all because I'm amazing.
Who do you mean?
Meta Knight.
What? You're so
Ultimate.
weird.
I know. That's what everybody says. But then I beat them. So
yeah. Likely story, buddy.
Ask them, dude. Literally
ask them. I'm when it comes to MCC, I usually like to cheer for Fruit Berries. I'm a fruit stan.
Oh, I am too. He did really well in Sky Battle, actually. I think he got like second in Sky Battle. Or maybe he even got first. I don't know. It was really cool watching him. Because I'm also like a big fanboy.
Yeah, if I were to stand for anyone online, like it's definitely Fruits out of anyone.
Good take.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
But I also heard you escaped a jigsaw trap.
Yeah, that was after the last day of the convention because it goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And I went every day. On the last day, because we had been planning this, like Lucy and his friend group were planning it. And then me and my mom, we tried it on Thursday, but it was just us. And she didn't get very far. And she was like, I just don't want to do this. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So we left. We didn't get very far in it. But then Sunday night rolls around. Well, I bought my tickets on Thursday, like right after me and my mom left. I talked to my friends. I'm like, hey, would you be cool if I went with you? And they're like, sure. So I bought my ticket. and I got a discount code. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I like, Dark wasn't there on Saturday because Dark went to a concert, but on Sunday, or no, I actually messaged Dark on Saturday. I was like, hey, me and my friends are going to a Saw Escape Room. Would you want to come along? I can buy your ticket. And Dark's like, yeah, sure. And then I used the discount code. It was free. And then, so here's the group, right?
A free one-way ticket to a Jigsaw trap.
Right.
I like where your head is at.
Yeah.
In a bear trap.
Here's the group. It's me. We got Swift. And then we have Lucy Co. And then we have his friends, Whirly and Reborn. And then we have Dark, that Dark Phoenix. And then there is 2 girls. I'd say they're probably around like mid-20s. And then there's this couple. Right?
Yeah.
And so we're all like, you go up to the like that was everybody in the room, but me and my friend group, we all went in just Lucy's car because he drove to Vegas. Crazy. But like we drove to the escape room, and it's like this really like spooky like chain fence. It looks super like suspicious, and we walk up, we tell him we're here for the escape room, and he's like, okay, just sit outside, we'll let you know when you can go into the lobby. And then eventually he's like, okay, you can go inside, and he's like dressed as like this security guard guy. And eventually, we go inside, it's butcher shop themed, we all sign our waivers. Lucy signed as Dark's parental guardian because Dark was the only one who wasn't 18.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, we got that done. We watched this really spooky butcher shop video, and then bam, here we are, we're starting it. And I'm like, I'm not going first. So Lucy's in front, I'm right behind him. So I'm second in the line when we first go in. And we go in.
You were second frag.
Yeah, for real. And
even in IRL.
All right, buddy. Hey, that's still pretty good. That's still pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Our goal is to find our tour guide, is what the like recipient person told us, at the secretary or whatever. That's what she told us. So we go inside the first room. There's just this vending machine, and it's like this break room. There's like a sink. There's a vending machine with a pregnancy test in it, and like food. Yeah, there was food in it, but there was also a pregnancy test in it. Yeah, so there was a pregnancy test in the vending machine with like other food and stuff. But that really stood out to me. There was like these sinks, and under the sinks there were these cabinets, and there was like a bunch of like bloody stuff. I don't really know. It was like, I don't know. It was just gross. And then you leave that room, and then it's this like locker room thing. And you have to, there's a key at the end of the locker room. It kind of like zigzags. Like you have to go straight, then left, then straight again, then right.
Heck, dude? This sounds like advanced. Like I want to do this.
It was cool, dude. It was very cool.
But missing out.
For real. At the end of the locker room, there's a door with the keypad, and we have to figure out the code, and we had no idea what we were doing. Eventually, like the couple, they had to step out for a second. Like they didn't even go in with us. They were like talking to the staff about something. But eventually, like they came in, and I'm like opening lockers. I'm looking at this whiteboard. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Eventually, I don't know what happens because I go back to the first room. I'm looking at this whiteboard, and then I just hear the Jigsaw laugh. And and I walk into the locker room. The light above the door is green. So I'm like, okay, well, we're in the second room now. And it's like this office area. There's like, I don't know, there's a phone, and there's this voiceover, and it's like, hey, I'm Jigsaw. You have to figure out. Hello. You have to figure out this stuff. You have to call somebody on the phone. And so Lucy is like looking through these bars, and he finds something. He tries putting it on the phone. We can't figure it out. And then this is where things start to ramp up. We hear this like electric, like shocking, cracking noise. And there's a big door.
Gosh.
There's a big door. And under the door, you can see flashing whenever there's the electric noise. Yeah. Door opens. I step away from it before it opens. Like once the stuff starts like going off, I'm like, this is giving me bad vibes. So I'm going to step away a bit. And then sure enough, the door opens. There's this guy with this like taser stick thingy. And he starts yelling at us. Dark books it out of the room. Just goes straight to like the first room we were in. I'm like, okay. I run after Dark. I'm like, bro, come on, we gotta do this. And then I get Dark back. We go in the room. The guy's screaming at us to like line up, and he's shaking his stick and like tasing it everywhere in the air. And then he's like telling us this is our first puzzle. And then he opens this door. And we're in this like meat factory. There's like this chain, like this wall that's like chained off. And it has like, it like rotates, and it has a bunch of like dead pigs and stuff, but it also has a dead body on there. Part of the rotating. And there's a crawl space under there. Now we'll get to that in a second. It's just like, it's covered in blood. Like there's dead pigs and stuff. It's like where they butcher the pigs.
Yeah.
So Jigsaw, he cues his music, and he's like, this is not a tour. Because in the video we watched, it's like,
this is not a tour.
Yeah, you're supposed to be touring the butcher shop, but he's like, this is not a tour. Every employee here is actually like on this gig.
This is it's me. I'm paying them.
Yeah. But he's like that. And then he's like, you have 8 minutes to figure out the code to the door, or else you will die. And then there's like this gas that starts going off. Yeah. And it's like this smoke. And obviously, it's fake, but it scared me. It was very loud.
I mean, did you escape like in time?
Yes, we did.
So how do you know if the gas wasn't real or was real?
Oh, I guess we'll never know.
Well, next time we're doing that same exact room with me.
Yeah.
And I will like just block the door.
Well, I don't know if they would do TwitchCon in Vegas again.
That's true.
But maybe they'll have a similar one in like wherever they do it. Who knows? Who knows? Because Vegas was cool, but there were a lot of like complaints about it too.
What were some of the complaints?
It's just a hard city to walk in. It's not a walkable city. But yeah, so that eventually like this girl, she crawls into the crawl space and she finds a puzzle piece. Wordly, he puts his hand in a sink and it shocks him, so he takes it out. But eventually he's like, I have to do this. We have to do this because we're running out of time. And he holds his hand in there and it opens this freezer. And you have to go in the like Jigsaw's voice cues again, and you have to go in the freezer, but you have to close the door. So the girl and her friend, they go in the freezer and we close the door on them. I have no idea what happened, but they were screaming in there. Like they were terrified. And then we give it a few seconds. They open the door from their side somehow, but the three girls leave it. There's a new girl. Her name is Bailey. She's an actor. And she's our tour guide. Eventually, we figure out the rest of the stuff in the room. We go on to the next room. And it's like sewer
How many rooms are there?
I would say there was probably like 7 or 8. Do you want me to cover them all? Do you want me to cover them all? I can just go to the good bits if you'd like.
I mean, no, keep going.
Okay.
It's a podcast.
I mean, it was the whole thing was pretty good, so you wouldn't miss out on much. But it's like this hallway, and there are these jars above us that have letters, but there's one that has a star on it. And these jars, I can't remember what was in them, but it's something that's like not good. It's not good for you.
Yeah,
that's all I know. And it's another timed room. And basically in this room, it's like this hallway, but it has these cage things that are like sewer thingies kind of. And you have to crawl in it and look up. But you can't see because there's like a symbol above the thing once you go in, but you can only see it if you crawl all the way in. So we had to do that. We had to figure out the symbols, and then we had to match it up with the numbers of the jars above us. We got the code on our last try because this time we only had 3 tries and we only had 7 minutes. But we figured it out barely in time, like with 20 seconds left. And we made it on to the next room. Now, this one I really liked. It was like Jigsaw's, Oh, I totally forgot a room. Wait, hold on.
Uh-oh.
It was very minor. It was just like you would flip a few switches and then it would unlock the door. It was really quick. But if you hold the switches down in the wrong order, they shock you. But it was a really quick room. We were in there for
like I've been to some
minutes.
escape rooms in my life, like 3 or 4 of them, and like I did them in Oklahoma and Louisiana, but it just sounds like all the cool escape rooms, just wherever you were in Las Vegas, like that has all the like the amazing advanced escape rooms. I got to try those out sometime.
Right.
I want to be in a Jigsaw trip.
It was also pretty cheap. Like it was only $50 per ticket, which I think is good. I think is nice. But anyways, moving on.
Final room? Is this the final one?
No. I'll tell you when we get to the final room, but it's going to be a minute. It's this room with Jigsaw contract. Right, this is after the sewer cage room that we just got out of. Yeah. So we get out of this room, and it's like with Jigsaw's contraptions, and there's this laser. Oh, this is where Billy appears. You know, Billy is the guy on the tricycle.
Wait, did you know that that's like they never like that's not even a confirmed name for the puppet. That's just what people call him. Oh,
well, it was on like pop figures and stuff, so I just kind of assumed.
Yeah, but I get what you mean.
Yeah, for sure. He appears on his little tricycle and it moves when he talks. It's funny. But yeah, so like there's this mirror in this laser, and we have to direct the laser onto the mirror and reflect it onto this other mirror that reflects it onto this other thing. But
that's some Indiana Jones crap.
But here's the thing: the controls are inverted. Yeah, it was rough. It took us way too long to figure it out. But eventually, we do that, and it opens up this cage room. But you need puzzle pieces for the cage to like open the door to the next room. So we're looking around, and Dark finds this box, and it has 4 arrows on it: up, down, left, right. DDR. Dance Dance Revolution. But we press the buttons and they make different sounds. But one thing we notice is that all of them have a laugh at them except for one, and it's the bottom one. So we press the bottom one, and then we press a different one, and you have to press it in a specific order each time. It took us a bit of time to figure it out, but eventually we did it. It was like down, left, down, right, up, I think.
How do you know the directions? How do you remember?
I have really good memory. What can I say?
I guess it was a very traumatic rehabilitation.
Or I could be wrong, I could be wrong. But that gives us all the puzzle pieces. We have to put they all resemble something in the previous rooms we've been in. So we have to do that, and we do, because we're goated. We Guess how long it took us, though? We got out of the room with 5 seconds left.
Bruh, that's a movie time.
Our tour guide kind of like came in and carried us at the very end, though. We would not have made it without her.
So y'all cheated.
Yeah. But now this room, this next one was something. So we're walking to this next room, and the pig mask guy comes in and chases us down a hallway. And that was scary, as it is. But then we go into this other room, and it has a big furnace in it. And Jigsaw, he does his cue, and he's like, "One of you must make a sacrifice." Blah, blah, blah. And then,
that's when you dive headfirst into the furnace.
Well, we'll get to that.
What?
As we're walking in this room, our tour guide, she's a bit behind. And the door for the room opens. The pig mask guy comes in, grabs her, drags her out of the room, and slams it. So we don't have our tour guide anymore. We have to use our intuition again.
Yeah.
And we do, because we're smart. But we actually failed this room. It's an 8-minute timer, as most of them are. There were a few that were shorter, but this one is an 8-minute timer. And it's a coded door. We have to figure out the code to the door. So we also at this point, one of my friends is reborn. He decides he wants to leave, so he leaves the escape room. So we're down a member now.
Uh-oh. He was the sacrifice.
I wish. That would have been so simple. But we're looking around, and there's like an instruction manual, and this girl, she goes into the furnace We don't close it, but we go into it and she can't see anything. So then we close it and it lights up and she can see stuff in there. And so she's telling us numbers and there's a bunch of numbers and there's also a bunch of words. It says where your tour began. Now the code for the door ended up being the address for the place. And we got it right. But you know how on some codes you have to put pound at the end of it? We
really?
put the hashtag. Yeah. We put a star. We got the right numbers, but we put a star instead of the pound symbol. So we failed that room. But we had it right. Unfortunately, we failed that. And then Jigsaw, they didn't count it because we failed it for some reason. Also, maybe because one of our friends walked out. They might have just tried to count that. That way we weren't down 2 people. But, so we failed that room.
Does that mean you have to start with a specific amount of people?
I'm not sure. I know there's a maximum, but I don't know if there's a minimum. But so, I guess there would have to be a minimum of at least 2 because of the sacrifice. Or maybe they have different rooms depending on how many people there are. Because the place was pretty big. Like there was definitely some stuff we didn't go in. And I know there's staff rooms and stuff, but who knows? So we did that. We failed that room. And there was another part of that room that we didn't get to do because we failed that part. And so this is the final room. We just had to skip the rest of it. And we went into the final room.
Here we go.
It's the bathroom.
The final test.
From the first movie.
Whoa, that's actually cool.
Yup. So we go in there. Bailey is chained in a bathtub. You know the bathtub?
Uh-huh.
She is chained in that bathtub. And she's unconscious. And so we're like, okay, that's not good.
You gotta check the key before it goes down the drain.
Dude, he could have gotten out. That's part of the first movie, for those of you who don't know. But anyways, sorry, I'm a nerd. We look in this room. There's a safe, and there's also this paper on the safe. So I take the paper, and there's a box. I read the paper. Well, actually, I don't read it. I'm holding on to it, but I haven't read it yet. But we'll get to that.
You have it in your offhand.
Yeah, I do. Exactly. There's this box, and we open it. There's thermal flashlights, and then the lights start flickering. We start looking around the room with the flashlights, and we find these symbols with numbers. And then we look on the clock. We look above the clock in the room. Oh, wait, no. Bailey wakes up. Sorry. Bailey, our tour guide, she wakes up, she screams, and now she's just stuck to this bathtub. But then she's like, wait, look at the paper. And I'm like, I'm looking at it, I read it, and it talks about time and beginning. And we look above the clock because, time. We shine it with the flashlight, and sure enough, there's all of the symbols in the room in a specific order. Just the order that we happen to do all of the rooms in. So like the fire one was relating to the furnace room we were just in. That one was last. So we have to look around the room and find all of the symbols and their numbers, put them in the safe, and then we open the safe. And it's the key to Bailey's chain. So Bailey gets unchained from the bathtub, and we're trying to figure out what to do. And Lucy's like, wait a second. Look at her chain. And so he looks on the inside of her chain, and I start scanning it with my flashlight. And then there's a code on the inside of the chain. He types it into the final door, and bam, we're out. Bailey walks out, and then Lucy is like third in line. The couple goes, and then Lucy's there. And then Bailey turns to her left, and she's like, uh-oh. And then she screams and starts running. Lucy looks to his left and screams, start running. I get into the room because I'm right behind Lucy. The pig guy is there.
Oh,
and
no.
He does his taser. He starts chasing us. I run down the hallway. Dark pushes himself in front of me so he can get out quicker.
Bruh.
And I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to die. But Dark actually dropped his phone while doing that, and he had to run back and get it. And then that was the escape room. We got out. It was really cool. The gift shop was great. The actors were great. It was super cool, dude.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I need to meet up with you guys or something.
I'm telling you, dude, TwitchCon 2024. I know you're not a Twitch
IRL
fan,
coffee spill meetup.
Dude, that would be so cool if we did an IRL episode.
That'd be pretty cool.
But we put like your Minecraft head on your face.
I don't know what would be a good disguise for my face, like a piece of paper.
Yeah,
stapled to my forehead.
No, you could wear like the paper bag.
Oh, that is my GTA character
with like eye holes, and maybe you could draw yourself on the paper bag because you're an artist.
I've drawn myself in the paper bag in some thumbnails of mine, so it would work. Like I've done that before. Well,
I think you have your idea.
Welp.
But yeah, that was the escape room. It was pretty cool. It was super fun.
Well, I mean, what else could we talk about?
I'll talk a little bit more about TwitchCon.
Finish it up.
Yeah, for sure. It was just like a super cool experience. Like I got to go to so many like panels and meet my friends. And there's like so much you can learn there and connect with the other creators. There's plenty of booths that give you super like cool advice, and there's like tools that they can show you, and it's just a great experience. And I would really recommend going for sure someday. Not just to you, but to the audience as well. I would definitely consider it at least. And I know, it's pricey, but there also is one in like Europe too. They do one in Europe and America. So if you live in Europe, there's a shop.
If you live in Europe, get out.
You live in Europe. Yeah.
I feel bad. I do actually have one thing to add. I've never been to like a TwitchCon or VidCon or stuff like that. I've been to an AnimeCon and a Comic-Con. All right.
Yep.
Recently, very recently, and this Comic-Con that I went to this summer. You play Black Ops 3 Zombies, right? You dabble.
Yeah, I'd say I dabble in Black Ops 3 Zombies.
And you know the characters. Takio, Dempsey, Richtofen.
Yes, I do. I don't know why I just didn't say anything. I do know who those people are.
Yeah. So this is my first Comic-Con I've been to in quite a while. I don't have any experience when it comes to these con events. So, I'm walking around exploring all these booths, all these, artist drawings, all these, just all these exciting things. And I was looking at the online schedule they have and like seeing, who they got for their booths and everything. I wasn't really excited to see anyone there. I'm not really a guy that likes to meet like voice actors and stuff, but I did see one name. Like, I did see someone who just randomly popped up without any warning, like in a random booth in the corner of the area. Dude.
And who was that?
It was Nolan North.
Who is that?
He's the guy who voiced Edward Richtofen in Black Ops 3 Zombies.
Oh, okay.
He did Nathan Drake too.
That's cool.
Hey, I saw him, and it was like my first time meeting like someone I don't know. It was, I've never experienced anything like this. Like my heart was beating. I got in line. I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna try to talk with him or whatever. And in the middle of the line, I saw the prices for like what I could get. I could get like a signature or a picture, but the most expensive thing was have a custom voice line from Nolan North. So I was staring at it in the middle of the line, getting closer and closer to the guy, and I was like really debating on whether I should spend $100 for this voice line. And I needed a good excuse to use it. But luckily, it was in the middle of Zombies tournament that I am associated with online called the Ultimate Zombies Tournament, TUZT, and I thought it would be good to have them do a little voice cameo in our what we call our weekly update video for the tournament. And I purchased that. It was $100. I said screw it. And it was my turn to meet Nolan, and I was sweating. I was like, I don't know. I've never experienced this before. I was like shaking. I was shaking in my boots. I was thinking like, gosh, if Swift could see me now.
I don't think wait, when was this?
This was summer. This past
I don't
summer.
know if we were like really friends.
No, that I was still thinking that. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
And like even before I met you, I was like, if only Swift could see this now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was my turn to meet him. I very shakily handed him my receipt for the for the voiceover. And so he was like, all right, nice. Like, do you have anything you could record with? I was like, my phone. And then he had to like download an app real quick on my phone just so he can record something. I'll play the recording like in post edit.
Looks like that will wrap up week 4 of the Ultimate Zombies Tournament. Oh, and Kodik, remember that you're my lightning rod. Goodbye and good luck to the finalists. Auf Wiedersehen. Also, I hate you, Dempsey.
He did several takes of it on my phone, like in the Edward Richtofen voice that I told him to do it in for my own little small zombies tournament, and it was great. It was amazing.
That is great. That's so cool,
dude. It's actually Richtofen, and like it's canon now. It's lore.
I like how you like had him say your friend's name. That's funny.
Dude, it's lore, man. It's in the Chronorium. It's in the books.
It's in the books.
Anyways, I think that's all we can do today.
Yep. This concludes the first episode. The coffee spill. Yep.
No, say more epic than that, nerd.
This concludes the first episode of the coffee spill. I'm not good at that.
This concludes the first episode of the coffee spill. I really enjoyed it here with you, man. You know, I could not have asked for a better partner. Well, I could have asked several other people, but
okay.
You know, you were there.
Well, available. I'm glad that I am able to host this with you. It's going to be great, and I'm excited to see what comes in the future.
We hope to try to do this weekly and get as many guests as we can each episode. Got a lot more topics to talk about. If you got any other questions or different topics that you would like for us to cover, please comment down below.
Thank you all so much for listening to our first episode. Check the description. There's some pretty cool stuff in there. And we'll see you all in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye-bye.